Listen, you ain't no champ. You a chump. Look like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Ah! Rumble, young man, rumble.
That's Will Smith with the most elaborate impersonation you're ever going to see of the man formerly known as Cassius Clay in the film titled simply Ali. Smith does do a credible job of portraying the fighter during the most controversial period of his life, 1964 to 1974, but he never really embodies the spirit of Ali. I was always conscious of watching Smith trying to look, sound, act, and fight like the champ. Same thing with John Boyd as he does his best impersonation of Howard Cosell.
You really went to law school?
Yes, Muhammad. And to think I gave up a lucrative practice for the likes of you.
I'm the best thing ever happened to you, Cosell. Without me, you'd be a tall white man with a microphone in his mouth.
And without me, you'd be a mouth.
There is a lively spirit in those Cosell-Ali exchanges, but Ali in his prime was mostly a one-man show. He didn't have conversations, he delivered sermons.
You my enemy, not no Chinese, no Viet Cong, no Japanese. You my opposer when I want freedom. You my opposer when I want justice. You my opposer when I want equality. Want me to go somewhere and fight for you? You won't even stand up for me right here in America, for my rights and my religious beliefs.
As cagey and media savvy as Ali could be, he wasn't immune to the manipulations of promoters and religious advisors. His second wife lays it out for him as he trains for the George Foreman fight.
Don King talks black, lives white, and thinks green. And you're defending him and Brother Herbert?
Because clean-cut Muslims in a parade on the south side of Chicago ain't gonna get this done.
And now they matched you up against George Foreman. Do you think they give a damn if you get killed?
The film's final segment chronicles the aging Ali's shocking upset of the seemingly indestructible George Foreman in the famous Rumble in the Jungle. And director Michael Mann gets all the details just right. But I couldn't help compare these dramatized scenes with the real-life footage from the amazing documentary When We Were Kings. In fact, there's so much film and tape of the larger-than-life Ali available that Will Smith probably faced an insurmountable task. He's shadowboxing a legend. Ali is a faithful biopic that doesn't shy away from the man's womanizing and his up-and-down relationships with Malcolm X and Herbert Muhammad. It's good, but Ali himself was the greatest. So a reluctant, kind of mild thumbs up for this.
I'm giving it a thumbs down. I thought this movie wasn't even finished. It looked to me more like a rough cut than like a finished film. And if you think Lord of the Rings is long, objectively, this movie is twice as long. It goes on and on and on. There's one scene in Zaire when he gets up in the morning to go out running, and he runs past, down streets and past trees and past people, and the music plays, and it goes on and on and on until I'm thinking, this is what they shot. And then when they got into the editing room, didn't they just think that maybe 30 seconds of it would be enough? And the movie is very unfocused. It's not really pulled together. It just seems like a rough draft of a film.
That's why I say reluctant, because it almost lost me as it went on and on. But I do think Will Smith is good, not great. But I was hoping for more from Michael Mann.
I don't have a problem with the performance. I like Will Smith. I like John Boyd. I like Jamie Foxx as Bundini Brown.
Yeah,
but
Jamie Foxx is excellent.
What I don't like is the movie doesn't have really doesn't have an arc. I mean, it doesn't really tell us anything about Muhammad Ali. It just really seems to be kind of murky and muddled and not really sharply focused. What did they want to say?
De Niro played Jake LaMotta. Most people didn't remember that much about Jake LaMotta, or they didn't know exactly what he looked like.
They know all
and he
about
really
Ali.
took on that character in Raging Bull, and this is nowhere near that.
It doesn't have the flash. It doesn't have the fire.